guys, as I said on Friday when I was up at St Mark's, I had to come back today for CT scans, which I've just finished. So I thought I'd explain what a CT scan is for those people that don't know, or they might be going forward for a CT scan. It is actually quite different to a MRI scan. I've obviously had CT scans and MRI scans, both of them, a number of times. The MRI scan is the one where the tunnel completes, is a hole and you're in it. You go through a tunnel and makes a lot of banging noises. A lot of people don't like it. I actually weirdly fall asleep. A CT scan is a round ring and you lie in. So it goes over your body, not all at once. So for people that do suffer with claustrophobia, you won't in the CT scan. I will put some pictures on. Scans are also sometimes known as CAT scans. So you could be referred for either or, CAT scan, CT scan. It's the same thing. It is more of a form of lots of X-ray slots, blood vessels, what's going on with your blood, and also your internal organs. CT scans aren't normally used to diagnose a problem as such, like a break or something like that. They're more used for monitoring the progression or the deterioration of an ongoing problem, and so they will monitor that on CT scans over the time to monitor maybe a tumour or something that's going on in the blood, or just something that's going on internally. So they're used a lot for monitoring conditions or to diagnose conditions, something that's going on internally in your internal organs, in your blood or in your bones. So for diagnosis of that sort of thing. They can be used to locate tumours. So that's basically what they're used for. Now the process of a CT scan, when you arrive at hospital, you will be either given a contrast drink, which I've had before, or they can put contrast into your bottom, or they will give it through a blood vessel, which is what I had today. Now, the process for that is take you into a little side room, put your gown on, obviously remove all your clothing, apart from you can keep your knickers on, pants on, boxers on, and I wasn't having my legs or feet done today, so I actually could keep my socks on, which is really handy because it's actually really cold in there today. And so you put your gown on, very much like an operating gown, and remove jewellery. You then have a cannula put into a vein. They normally like to do it into an arm vein because the contrast can hurt a bit when it goes into the hand, so they don't tend to use the hand if they can help it. I had to have mine done in my hand today because I do suffer massively with my veins. We don't always get veins, and we couldn't get one out of my arm today, hence why you'll quite often see all these scars around here, because I end up with central lines and things, which I will talk about another time. So anyway, cannula in, that's it. Sit and wait for your turn. Into the X-ray room, as I say, I will put a picture on it. You're asked to lie flat on your back on a bed, obviously. There's a big round circle. That is the X-ray, which will take the photos, obviously. And like I said before, unlike an MRI, you don't go right in it. It's probably, I don't know, about that thick or something. And it goes round. So you lie on your back. You have to put your hands above your head, both your hands above your head. They will tell you probably to breathe in and out normally, when to breathe normally, when to hold your breath. They will tell you when the contrast dye is being started to put in. It's fine, it doesn't hurt. Yes, it does hurt a bit, the hand stings. In case you have to have it on a hand, there's no point fibbing, but it's not painful. It feels like it's very warm. It's like a warm feeling that goes down. You might feel like you're going to wet yourself because you do feel it in that area. Doesn't last for very long, and the pictures are taken, and the dye is obviously used because the contrast dye helps give a better image to the scan pictures. I only today had my tummy and my pelvis done because it was a rescan for me today, just to check something. And I've had my all-over scans done not so long ago, which actually had done MRI. So it was dead easy. That's it, boom, done. Once it's done, they'll whip the cannula off and you get dressed. They might suggest for you to hang around the hospital for an hour if you haven't had it done before and it's the first time, just to make sure you don't have a reaction to the dye. But obviously I've had it done a number of times, so I've just had mine and left. The dye is completely harmless, and you will just pass it out in your urine, the same as a drink. So dead easy, that's it. So if anyone is having a CT scan, don't worry. Anybody that wanted to know the process of a CT scan or what a CT scan is for, that's it. Dead easy. And that's all I wanted to say. So drink. So dead easy, that's it. So if anyone is having a CT scan, don't worry. Anybody that wanted to know the process of a CT scan or what a CT scan is for, that's it. Dead easy. And that's all I wanted to say. So see you later. Have a good day. Bye guys.